Welcome to another exciting episode of Red Cheating Stories. Today, I'm going to talk about a very certain story that's of Mr. Richard and his 30-years-old wife whose name was Rhea. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's move on to the story. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please go ahead and subscribe to our channel and press that like for the latest updates. So Richard says that my wife Rhea is very beautiful. We were very much in love with each other and can't live without each other. We studied together in high school and our love bow is so strong that after school, we got married, but maybe it is written in destiny that we do not have kids yet. All thoughts we are medically fine, tests are positive, but still doctor is giving some chime and medicine to recover soon. Maybe it was a side effect of medicine or maybe it is something that I can't understand. But one day my wife did a very strange thing. Firstly, I feel that it is quite normal because a man is tired by eat meals. Day by day, like 3 times a day, and he or she maybe want a little bit. That's why my wife started ordering food from local restaurants. It's been 3 days. She didn't cook at home and my stomach is a little bit upset by eating all the street food she ordered because that restaurant is not very push. It is new in the town and their food is quite decent, not delicious, but it's decent. One day I asked her to cook at home because I do not want to eat restaurant food because it makes my stomach upset. But she said that I'm not in the mood of cooking. So if you don't like the food, then for yourself, you can cook and you can order whatever you want, or eat. It's not about the food or the order or maybe about the money. It's all about her behavior. She's talking very rudely with me. I do not remember that there is something wrong with us because I'm not that kind of a person who makes a big deal out of nothing. I'm a very calm person. I love her so much. She's so beautiful. She's 28 now, but still she is quite gorgeous and her body is so tempting. So I do not want to go harsh on her. That's why I ordered the food I like. And after that, she started cooking again. It is such a relief. I'm so relaxed. She's cooking again in the house. Because she looks very well. Those are the days when my mom lived with us, for about 1 year and she criticized Rio on every single topic. I was helpless because at that time, my mother helped me out in my expenses because at that time, my job is not so good. That's why I do not say a word against her. It is a long 1 year. Andrea suffered a lot because my mother, she's a very strict person in every way. One day my mother came in our bedroom while we are going to have a nice time. She said that Rhea has to sleep in the other room because that room is very cold and our room is very hot and she cannot sleep in that room because of the cold. There was no doubt that my mother had harassed my wife a lot. Rhea be everything and 1 year passed after that. My mother moved to another city to my other brother and she did not come back for 2 years. So 2 years of our life were very good. We love each other a lot. We had spent beautiful nights in one another. She was a very nice partner in every way and I love her so much. But still my moms hate her, and she also hate my mom and I'm okay with it because this is quite natural. A mother-in-law is always against her daughter-in-law and a daughter-in-law is not fully sincere with her mother-in-law. So sometimes I feel like a sandwich. But it is okay because I'm not the first guy on earth who is facing all these problems. But I didn't know that my life was going to have another trouble. When I came home from the office, my wife and I used to sit and eat together. But today, when I came home, my wife said that she was not hungry. It was normal. I didn't pay much attention. But she said that the same thing the next day. I said, "What's the matter? Are you not feeling hungry?" She said, "I don't know, but I'm not hungry." We also used to eat a little food for the breakfast out, and there was a midday meal that we used to eat on a full stomach. Some people are more morning person, like they want to eat good in the morning. And some are dinner, people who like to eat good in the dinner and it's okay like that. We are, like lunch person who enjoy our second meal with all the things we can have at that time. And my wife is saying that she's not hungry in the lunchtime. It's not normal. I was concerned for her. And after 3 days I asked her to go to the doctor and tell him about the situation. But all of a sudden she became very snappy. She said, "I'm okay. If I'm not feeling hungry, it is not a big disease. I'm not having cancer." I said, "Why on earth? You are saying like this, do not use that word. This is very big disease and people die with it every day, every single minute of the time. Somewhere in the world." She said, "Then why are you so concerned about me?" I said, "Because I'm your husband and I'm in love with you. We are partners, you know, for God's sake." She became quiet and after 2 seconds, her eyes were dripping with tears. I said, "Baby, what happened? Darling says something, are you okay? Are you angry with me?" She said, "No, I am sorry, I'm not angry with you, but I'm not hungry anymore. Just leave me alone, please. Situation is becoming worse." So I said, "Okay, just relax, take your time. I am here. If you need anything. If you want to cuddle me, I'm here for you. Just don't cry." She said, "Okay, thank you for understanding," and went to the bedroom. I was so worried about her. She never behaved like this before. You know, first my wife refused to cook and then she stopped eating at home. She used to cook meals with me. After that, she also stopped and she didn't even sit and talk with me. She was fully taking away everything I was used to it. I discussed this with one of my friends. You know, because I was very worried. He said that maybe, you know, your wife is having an affair with someone. She goes with him in the afternoon and eats food. That's why she's not hungry. You don't see, because you are not at home in the afternoon and that is a very good opportunity for her. I was not sure. But my wife's behavior was really strange. I was thinking the same thing all the way she says, but it did not happen. I had full trust in my life. But adapted when my wife started staying away from me first. She's not just doing homework. She was not coming to me now. And we were in love, like I said before. She is the love of my life and I can't live without her. You know, I am so in love with her body and so is she, and when we are together, it's like we are living the dream. You know, and after so many years of our love is still young and beautiful, is denying to have love with me. She's already gone so far because I know that she can't live without me. She can't live without having sex with me. This is very strong point and I can prove it all the ways that she can't live without my attention and love. And if he's doing this, then it is direct and clear that she's having an affair with somebody and having all the pleasure with someone else. That's why I will not be as special to her anymore as I was. And I'm so worried and smashed to just think about it. How can I face the situation if she say, "Yes, I am having an affair with somebody and I'm cheating on you"? I can't handle it. It's like a nightmare for me. The situation is becoming worse like every day because she's going far away from me. I did not have anyone in the world that says, and me, she's my only family. I'm not ready to face this. This is too much for me. I was in trouble and was sitting in the office holding my head and I got a call from my mother. I said, "You have come." She said, "Yes, and I'm at your father's house." By the way, both of them were divorced, but they were very good friends of each other. I asked them how they're doing and she started complaining that you don't call and they told me that I have come here today. I said, "How did you call me today?" She said that the matter is like this. "I have seen your wife eating with another man in the hotel." I was surprised to hear this. I said, "In which hotel?" The places that mother told me were very close to my house. He said that the man looked very rich and handsome and came in a very big car. She's eating with him. She's such a good digger. I don't want her as my daughter-in-law in the past. You were mad for her. I didn't want you to marry this kind of a girl, but you were in so love with her and now she's cheating on and having lunch with somebody else in public as she has no fear of any. She's so confident and sitting like a with him was shocked. And I said she saw you there and my mom started yelling at me. She said she saw me from a distance. But when she saw me, she quickly left as if something must have happened. I said to my mother, "Are you sure? Then my mother said, your mind is not damaged. I can't recognize her. I can recognize her in every situation because she's the face of the devil, the body of a sexy girl. And you are in love with her because of her beautiful body. But you don't see her character. My mom's words were hurting, and I love my wife and can't handle her insult. But if my mom is right, then what will happen? I was so in shock. My mother could not be mistaken as a mother-in-law. We do not forget the face of what we hate. And my mother hated my wife when I came home. My wife was not at home, but it seemed that she might have just come from outside. I said, "Where did you go?" She said, "I didn't go anywhere." I said, "Don't lie to me." I was very angry because it was not a small matter. I told her that you have gone to have lunch with a person, and if you have not had lunch, then come and eat with me. She said that I'm not hungry. I said, "Why?" Because he had eaten and drunk with somebody else. So now I understood why my wife did not eat at home. Because nowadays she used to go out to lunch with somebody else, because when I came home, I felt like she had been out and come home 5 minutes before I arrived. My wife also started to get angry that, "Where did you get this from? You have come home." Now, I was at home since morning, but when I went out and saw the bonnet of the car, that was still warm. That means she had gone in the car. I said, "Don't you fucking lie to me, bitch. My mother has seen you sitting there." When I mentioned my mother, my wife got angry and said that she wants us to get away from each other. She must have lied to you. We argued for a long time until we said very bad things to each other, which I should not have done. She went to her room and I also left the house angrily, but I knew that she is doing something terrible. There's something wrong because my wife was lying to me. So what should I do? I tracked her location and car GPS also. I had no problem retrieving the history, but I found out where did my wife go every day. So the ground fell out from her feet. I started crying badly and went to my wife and hugged her. I said, "Why didn't you tell me this earlier?" She started crying because I said that I already know about the whole matter. I sat her next to him and asked her to tell me the whole thing. "Why did you hide it from me?" Then after hearing what she told me, I felt as if my wife was going to die, and today's diversity of my life, because my wife told me that she found out a few days ago that she had cancer and now she can't be treated because it's in the last stage. So she was running away from me and changing my habits. She wanted to end what I had with her, like, eating food together, sitting next to each other, talking and be together. She understood that she was not going to survive anymore. And the person with whom my mother saw her was none other than her doctor because of this. My wife was not feeling hungry and she also was very anxious. She has only a 20% chance of survival. Told my wife that even if there is 1% chance of your survival, I'm ready to sacrifice everything for her. And I also told her why she didn't tell me. She said that I didn't want to love you. I was feeling love for my life, anger and worry too much. We went to the doctor and told him everything. He said that it's a very difficult case and it will cost a lot of money. I said that I will sell my house, car and everything. Just speak to my wife, please. Now my wife is undergoing treatment. Sometimes the doctors hear good news and sometimes he gives bad news. But I am staying put with my wife till the end and I will not leave her alone because I love her so much. She is my wife. Please pray for her speedy recovery because I can't